Demon Slayer. So I think we know what we're doing this session. Vinshenzo is also Demon Slayer, and Vari wants to protect Vinshenzo, which means Demon Slayer. So we got an aim and an objective, and the objective is kill.
Hell
I assume you're going to be bestowing that command upon the holy chosen of Bahamut as well, the holy order of our martyred dragon, whatever. Perfect. Okay. Knight says we need to stop the demons. Slay demons. Lots of demon slaying and slaying demons of slaying. Deadly. All right. Where would you like to start your demon slaying? Do you want to kill whatever's left in the arena and just go like full on? Are you going to do 100% clearance, or are you like going after anything specific? Because
I don't think there's anything in specific at the moment. Otherwise, it's going to be full clearance.
I feel like learning what I just did before the session means that we probably have bigger fish to fry. Sorry, I'm adjusting my mic.
I would fully encourage Vinshenzo to perhaps discuss that with his erstwhile sidekick.
My sidekick.
Because I'm not gonna.
Who at every opportunity I told to take the lead.
Damn.
Point is, it's on you guys.
I point at the sky and how the demon meteors continue to fall.
They continue to fall about the city? Or
They
just
continue to
mostly
fall
centralized here?
Everywhere.
Out of the eye. Oh, are more landing in New Ravnica? Dang, that's bad luck.
You guys have been very focused on your own ordeal, and you haven't noticed. You've been looking down and not up a whole lot. You know that, and this is just sort of a general. You know that this is everything that's come out of the sky, including yourselves, and most of the things that you've seen on your travels come from that. So it's sort of like spewing stuff out all over the place, not just around New Ravnica, but like in a massive. Imagine if a meteor was rocketing towards Earth and then you shotgunned it, like blowing it into a million pieces, and it just, oops, sorry, I hit the microphone, and it just kind of like scattershot all over the planet of Earth. That's kind of what's happening from a top-down point of view. So the impact zone is pretty friggin' huge from a global scale, but it's happening, and it's happening around you as well. So at any point in time, something could hit New Ravnica. Like Again, yeah. Another New Ravnica could come in, like the city of Constantinople or whatever. I don't know. Like something could absolutely come and flatten this island. Something could have been like splashed down in the middle of Sanctuary. Like this is one of those times.
That's what I'm concerned about. And there's
just another fucking chunk of Ravnica just lands on the existing one.
So like anthills at that point in time where all of the ants just like start swarming into each other's cities to beat the crap out of each other.
And there appears to be no end in sight, correct?
Well, from your experience, because this would be, I think, the magic number 3 that you've had. No, this is number 2 that you've gone through. So the last one that you went through, which brought Vaszerei down from the sky, or was it Paelias? I think it brought Paelias down from the sky.
No, Paelias arrived, did not arrive through the
He did not. He kind of flooped back into. Okay, so
Vaszerei arrived through the eye on a ship.
Teleported by God.
From anime.
From anime, yes. So that one, it happened for a while and ended. So you've seen it happen before. It's just not a pleasant, enduring thing. And not that it matters to you guys because you're on land right now, but like the weather has gotten crappier as like winds have picked up, the waves are spicy. Nephis is probably not having a good time fishing. But that's his problem because he's a sailor on the sea.
Captain of the Titanic.
Bibanic. I'm gonna just put a little grid projector. Bloop. Look at that.
I do have one concern if it's especially outside of the Colosseum.
It's in the sky.
I know.
I'll say this to Vaszerei, Vinshenzo, and Vari, the V team, that as you guys were busy dealing with the gargoyles and their Mr. Man commander, most of like the things have fled the Colosseum Stadium, or most of the things in general. Like it's all gone out of here. So you're kind of like the last. There's a few little like shit-eating things that are in smaller combats around the edges, and some of the Rakdos are like finishing up their little fights in the ring, or they're like grabbing the wounded comrades. But aside from that, the majority of the action has passed you by.
The enemies are now difficult terrain.
Yeah, I said that and you guys immediately took flight, so it was pretty okay for all of you.
Yeah.
Remember that little challenge that never came to pass? That was fun.
Hell yeah.
Mostly my fault. Anyways, so here's where we lay, where we set off.
Yes. They're everywhere, my lord.
Our work is not. Our work here is done.
The demons are everywhere.
It will have to wait. Look at the sky.
She looks to the sky.
The eye of calamity is continuing to spew things out of it.
Did Chris tell us this? Because I feel like I'm the only one who is aware.
The entire starting of this experience for you guys was literally, it just went like crazy and it started belching out like fire and asteroids and meteors and chunks of crap from the sky. And one of the things that landed was
Peter.
Like a chunk of Peter and the demons. They came from that down to here. And split open a worm.
Yeah, but I had assumed like, oh, this thing landed and that was
okay.
Like kind of it. I didn't know it was like an ongoing thing.
Damn, those Rakdos bastards.
It's an ongoing thing,
a
but
revelation to me and completely changes my perspective on the events.
It's an ongoing thing. Paelias and Carlos were underground the entire time, so when they came out of there, I was very focused as well on like the immediate like, hey, you guys are in a combat setting, so I wasn't painting the picture very well either. I will say
that's fine. I'm not like mad at you. I'm just communicating how this changes things.
But so perhaps at the same time as your priorities have sort of lessened from the immediate, you're able to like look around, you're like, oh crap. Okay, we got bigger, like you said, there's bigger fish to fry. Because you were very
Can I edit what my message was to Senor Carlos?
Yeah, it was the last thing that you did, and I'm okay editing it because nothing else has happened since then. So we'll do the old tape scratch.
Okay, I will edit my message to say, from the sky, demons fall, and there's no end in sight.
Is that the entire message?
Our work is elsewhere. This will have to wait.
Get wrecked.
I'm sorry.
What did you want from me?
That's all I said. I don't know. Find a way into the giant thing in the sky, genius. I don't know.
Oh
I
my
don't have
God,
a
are you
plan.
You're so good at getting yourself accidentally into other planes of
Yeah,
reality.
I guess
Come on,
that's
Carlos.
true.
Oh
I don't
God.
have a plan.
All right.
Plan is find Carlos and see what he's going to do about it.
Shakes fist.
Lady
All right, I'm gonna
Pinefall.
reply.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
I have a reply. I get one of those for free. We finished our raid. Paelias is wounded, but will survive. He is resting. I will meet you at the Colosseum. And that's all I say.
Okay.
So after Carlos helps Paelias to a safe spot, Carlos will head to the Colosseum with all due haste.
All due haste. Okay. Remembering, for those of us who just do this. Where's the move? There we go. I'm learning. I can do this now. Learn. Haha! Remembering that, you little fellers said that you were going to run off into this district here and hide. And the Colosseum's all the way down here, just as we're all on the same page for that. So my question to you, Carlos, how are you getting down there with all due haste?
1 second.
Gotcha.
So, well, first off, where do I take Paelias? Where does Paelias want to go?
Assuming there's
Like,
no
just-
hostiles anywhere, he'd probably just go here and, rest at the center.
All right. So Carlos would help him get to, like, I guess the nearest. I guess I'm assuming there's guards here. So he'd
There's
bring him to
government forces there, yeah.
Yeah, he'd bring him to the guards and give them a brief. Actually, he'd just give him to the guards, and Paelias can tell whoever he wants about whatever. Carlos doesn't have time. And then
I assume the guards are pretty occupied right now.
Yeah. So it takes you a couple minutes, and that's not an issue to get yourselves up the steps. The guards are so there's like your regular Legion guys, and then there's your Capital Guard guys, which are like the Azorius, like kind of like the secret police / Capitol Hill police. And so those are fairly intensely armed and armored fairly intensely armed and armored soldiers and mages, and they're setting up like defensive positions, and as you run up, they recognize you because you are people of note.
yes,
And fairly odd looking.
hey,
And as you kind of like, they enfold you into their ranks, and you can see that around the edges are glittering a couple, like especially from the guild hall, and as you're moving up from the bank, you can see that sort of phantasmal figures and shadows that seem to be of their own making are staying near the corners of the darkness, and the troops move around you as in a protective bubble, sort of bringing you into their secure cordon. At the look at Paelias, a healer comes over, and they do a little quick look over, and they'll take him under their care if that's what you want, and if you want to give them a report or any information to send, they'll send it as well.
Paelias here can tell you what happened once he gets to your boss. But I am needed elsewhere. King Vinshenzo is waylaid by demons at the Colosseum. I must get there.
As you prepare to depart, double check what the name of these guys are. Yes, the Arbiter. The Arbiter who's in charge of this like defensive position who's an Azorius official, tells you, you might want to be careful. The Gruul and Golgari, they're up in swarms. The whole northern part of the city is on fire, essentially, and we've had rumors of impacts to the south as well. It's a very dangerous night tonight.
Indeed.
And when he'll make sure that Paelias is safe.
Don't worry, Paelias. I'll handle things.
Don't worry, Paelias, the red shirt's got you.
Hey. So yeah, then I guess Carlos will go here.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll leap down, and once he is within, like, let's see, how long does Slowfall last? A minute? I have it somewhere here.
What, Featherfall?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, I believe, a minute or until you impact ground.
The Icarus landing system.
The Icarus landing system. How high is this?
Remember that?
Is this approximately feet?
That is it's a drop of a few hundred feet. I think it was 100 or 200 feet. Sorry,
You're-
where are you looking?
You're
Okay,
good.
but no, that's good then, because I think when you use Featherfall, you fall at 60 feet per second, so it only take a few seconds to get to the ground. That works.
No matter what, it will not take you long to get to the ground.
So basically, he's going to take a running leap off the cliff, activate Slowfall, and try to glide as far as he can.
Ooh, like a flying squirrel.
Kinda, yeah. Then head towards the Colosseum and try to find a way inside.
All right, roll me.
Actually,
oh,
well, go ahead.
I want to hear what you have to say. It might affect what I have. To
So instead of like trying to find a way inside, he'll just climb the outside of the Colosseum because he has those fancy slippers.
Okay, in that case, I will have to change what I say at all, and I'd like you to roll acrobatics for your successful high jump, sky dive, gliderino into a wall climbing Spider-Man technique.
Hell
Yeah. That's fine. Don't worry about it. So let's see. Acrobatics 26.
Okay. Clear the surface. Incoming.
Whoa.
Wow.
That
Kind of fun.
we have died.
Where am I?
Where are you? You would be. North is that way.
There I am.
North is that way. There we go. Okay.
See, I'm
so
approaching from the south, right?
You'd be approaching from the. I gotta move the damn thing again.
Yeah,
From
south.
the south east, southwest. From that corner. Oh.
I lost myself. I don't know where I went.
I don't know where you went either. Something's underneath it. I don't know where it is.
It might be me.
There was a D20 that was under it.
Dumbass.
Okay, I'm gonna put it down again.
Who's doing that? Oh my god, it's
I found
Carlos
him.
this whole time.
Where am I?
We're
There. There.
Oh, good thing
Yeah.
you didn't land here. That would have been bad.
Come like, yeah. Anyway, so you find yourself on the roof of the Colosseum. Your super
Search.
acrobatics.
For my compatriots.
They are hanging out up here.
Oh.
And you see Bahamut people in the stands.
Now they've
Unless they
like
fucked
moved
up.
out to the edge of the rings. I believe you were like screaming at them to go and hunt demons, right?
Yes, I
And
did. Yeah.
evacuate
So they-
civilians.
So they went off
That's
to do
true.
that. And as I
Okay.
said, that's kind of like the wave of action has surpassed you.
Okay, good. That's fine.
As you guys were fighting and doing stuff, everything else was doing stuff and fighting too. So Carlos, as you glide, because it's going to be relevant to you, as you glide through the cité, over the rooftops.
Hell yeah.
A button for me to. Oh, there it is. Let's see the map. Okay. So as you glide from the rooftops, you can see all of like the chaos that is unfolding along the north side around the wall for a little bit before you dip too low. But you can also see there's like thousands of people are fleeing the Colosseum, and thousands of people are running through like the smaller alleyways and flooding down the streets. Columns of soldiers are trying to set up barricades and contain all the madness. Fires are starting in the districts to the north and the south of the Colosseum itself. And you can see beastly and monstrous shapes in the mix. There's blasts and little explosions and colors of light as magic is being cast hither and thither by combating soldiers, and just the general clamor of unrest and chaos is filling the city. The darkness of the night is kind of been tinged with that. The orange haze of fires and death around you, and as you land atop the Colosseum, it seems to be kind of like the silent, quiet epicenter of an explosion. It is the only place that appears to be somewhat at rest.
Outstanding. I'm gonna try to make my way to the group.
Okay. But you're able to, there's nothing that's going to impede you from skirting your way around the edge to get to them.
Hell yeah. Or was I over here? Here.
Yeah.
Arrange yourselves, losers.
I don't know where I am.
I am arranged.
You're over
You
here.
guys were all on the balcony there.
Okay. Ugh. Man, that's a big seat there.
It's fit for a king.
Or somebody's fat ass.
Oh, Vaszerei. Rude.
Carlos is gonna hop onto the balcony, up or down, doesn't matter.
They need big chairs to carry the burden of evil.
Big egos.
Vin, I'm here. Paelias was too wounded to accompany us.
That is a shame. We could probably use his trickery at a time like this.
From what he said, it seems that he has expended himself.
Then we should be worried.
Agreed.
Carlos looks at the Dragonborn that's with them, and also Peter. What's going on here?
Oh, yes.
Yes, Peter's back. He's here to save the day again.
And there's a minor demon infestation, says Peter.
Miss Vari,
Who
would
is-
you like to introduce yourself to my closest, perhaps my
God.
Only friend.
my manservant?
Carlos rolls his eyes.
Marius finally looks away from the sky and just sighs. There's another one. Whose children are these?
I'll have you know, madame, I am a fully grown adult.
Although, don't tell his
So
mother what he looks like.
Fully grown adult goblin man.
Dear Lord.
And where did you collect this hanger-on, Vin?
'Twas not me. Although it was at my suggestion.
Carlos looks at Vaszerei.
Lady Pinefall was being quite callous.
It was at the cathedral. It was just to speak to God.
I'm surprised you're not
Unfortunately.
swooning over her.
That was my thought.
The Highborn?
Yes. She even has wings.
Well, I do love that about the Highborn. Now is not the time.
Got work to do, Carlos.
We-
Come on.
We can do something like that later, but not now.
Do something. All right. Is shit still like falling from the sky?
It is.
It's not like raining from the sky. I don't want you guys to have the impression that there's like a torrential like meteor shower of stuff that's happening like every
It was just like one explosion shower.
It's happening, but it's not happening.
There's no end in sight, Mr. Carlos.
There's no end in sight.
If I was to divest the characters from the players, basically what you're observing is similar to a meteor shower in the sense that a lot of the stuff is just kind of burning up in the sky, but then things that were kind of actually big enough to make it all the way down, they are happening occasionally.
Oh, okay.
And you can see it. So there are things that are big enough in terms of like they survive the atmospheric like melting or whatever it is. Like they survive breaking up in atmosphere enough to hit the ground as like, you know, house-sized chunks, which is a very devastating thing to have come out of the sky. But
Alright.
a lot of it doesn't actually make it that far.
Is this the work of those cultists?
I'm certain of it.
I am not certain of it. But I know what I am certain of
There's
is
no
that
other explanation.
we must put an end to it.
Agreed.
What would you have us do?
I was hoping.
I know you were hoping the mage was here to tell us.
And to perhaps bring us to the source of what is causing this.
Like I said, he used most of his power against the fight inside the vault. We were attacked by an angel and vampires.
Rabbit is here somewhere.
We
I'm
have to go.
waiting for my Uber to get here.
Rabbit is like actively descending. Sorry, taking minutes. So in the minutes that Carlos took to get there, you see, you hear, you even feel with your connection to Rabbit, her presence. She is within easy calling distance, and almost as though her name itself was the magic trick. She swoops down from the heavens and clatters to a halt around here, wherever Rabbit's token is. I don't have it. You
I
must.
have it somewhere. Oh, that's not my side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me. Remember that?
So Rabbit comes in proudly tramps a little bit tired and weathered from her ordeal, but she's here.
By time, Mora, even more majestic than I could have recalled.
Beautiful.
But it is unfortunate she cannot carry us all.
I do not require that.
Anymore.
And neither does Carlos either, I'd imagine.
Yes, I still have the cloak somewhere around here.
Doesn't his wings have, like, afterburn or something?
That depends on what his role had. Determine how many hours he's got to wait.
Well, I assume it probably takes some time to go up into the sky to get into the hole in the sky.
Oh, yes.
That might be a
Might be a big problem then,
might
yeah.
be a gamble Carlos isn't willing to make.
Whee!
Just falls from the sky.
I'm sure Lady Vaszerei can help me up there, and I'm sure, and I know Rabbit can hold at least two.
You what?
What? Are you not willing to help me after how much I've helped you?
You're much larger than I don't think I could carry you up there.
You have
We're both
put on
small.
a few pounds,
Calling him
Mr.
fat.
Carlos.
You're the size of Colonel Mac. I can't carry you.
I wasn't
Oof.
going
I'm not
to
even
say it.
I'm not even strong enough either.
Vaszerei with her -1.
Now I gotta quickly brush up on some things. Thanks.
What is your carry weight, Lady Pinefall?
Not gonna answer that question.
It is rude to ask a lady her carry weight.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
Only you would see a kobold as a lady.
God damn it.
And you
Yeah.
don't?
I'm being roasted by my own king right now.
I'm being hoisted by my own retard.
But no, I don't think I could carry you. I could certainly try, but I will tell you that it will
I
not
don't
work.
know if only that cursed wizard was here.
Yes, but if he expended, there's no way.
I don't
What's your HP, by the way, Paelias?
I don't know if we could put an end to it by flying into it. I don't know if we would even survive such things. I've never been beyond the sky.
Well, if need be, I'm willing to go.
Then I will follow. I backflip onto Rabbit's back. I do a standing backflip.
Holy shit, he's awesome.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. Gotta roll acrobatics. I want to see it.
I could do it. I'm not going to.
Fuck. He's too elegant
I
for
could
this shit.
PK you in level 55 wilderness if I wanted to.
God fucking damn it, man. Okay, fine. Depends on how patient you wish to be. Otherwise, I'm willing. What does Peter have to say about all this idea of flying into the eye?
He says, "You have lofty ambitions, and Elmater will surely praise you for your work. However, my work is here, ensuring the safety of the people, as there is evil still throughout, and I cannot rest while it is active."
Then surely you could not rest until this calamity ends, either. Should stop the demons at their source, Peter.
You
Mr.
do
Monk,
raise a good point.
If anyone could withstand it, I know that it'd be Peter.
cut off a head and two more shall appear.
Has he not done his part for now? Would it not be my time to try and help somehow?
Who? Your mom? What?
No. Me, you oversized oaf.
No, who has done their part? Who are you talking
Peter.
about?
Peter.
Peter just got here.
I know, but do you know where he's been?
Yes.
He's done enough burden carrying for right now. Somebody
He's
else
been on
needs to help.
vacation. Now it's time to do real work.
He needs the vacation from his vacation. Here's his next vacation.
Does Peter have proficiency in hand crossbow?
He has proficiency in all martial weapons.
Does
I do
Peter
believe.
want a dragonfire crossbow?
Whoa.
He has his shield and his maul and his mace, and he's pretty happy with those. I think he's got some javelins too.
He likes to get up close and personal.
uncivilized. Remember that.
Oh no, he's got a crossbow. I can see it. It's on his back. So he'll take I guess he'll take a hand crossbow if it's offered to him.
I don't give it to him.
Okay.
Get back.
I guess he won't take it.
I know you just get back. I wanted to give you this, but now I changed my mind.
Vari's gonna get kind of impatient with their constant lack of a plan. Kind of gesture at the sky. Hey, you don't seem very concerned about your city. Maybe I'll go try to gather survivors. Is there somewhere relatively safe I could take them?
Church of Bahamut, of course.
We've
I
seen a cataclysm or two.
Suppose your temple could be useful for something.
You have no idea.
Carlos knows of some things that might not might be important to that.
Do I?
Some information about the south of the city, which happens to be where the temple is.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, what did you say again?
That there were impacts from the sky. Stuff came from the sky and impacted in the south of the city.
There may no longer be a temple of Bahamut.
Carlos would relay that information. How big were the things that fell?
Guy didn't say.
Oh, just
Guy
impacts.
just said, guy just basically said shit's fucked.
Yes, the guards told me that the south of the city doesn't look good. There are some impacts from the eye, and
No.
perhaps we should go there.
All the more reason to look for survivors.
Well, there might be survivors there, or those that are in need of help.
No.
Bahamut would not allow that temple to be destroyed in such time like this.
Perhaps Bahamut is relying on you to protect it?
I must go now.
I leap onto Rabbit and I say, I'm protecting my family and my newborn child.
The ship is also in the south. Hopefully the ship is still fine.
Then where are you planning on going exactly?
Into the eye.
Yes. I suppose someone should join you. And I suppose that has to be me.
I am never alone, Mr. Carlos.
Are you turning me down?
No.
My lord, you can't go in there alone. Not going there alone. I can't allow it. I don't care if a rabbit is going in there with you. You're not going. Not like this.
You're not going. Oh.
Does Vari still have my special luck coin? Or
Yeah.
Did I take that back? Okay.
You can ask her for it back.
I'm not asking for it back. I'm just wondering where that was.
Where it went? He forgot.
She still has it.
I pat all of my pockets. Shit. Oh, right. Where are my keys?
Okay, so the plan, insofar as we've got it now, is... Well, it's actually flipped on its head second by second, so I don't even know what the plan is.
Yeah, I'm losing the plot.
I
know
don't think there
that-
ever was a plan.
I know that Paelias is safely being taken somewhere for healing. I know that much.
I point at the sky and say, any one of those pieces of debris could hit Sanctuary Isle, and everything we've worked for and strived for could be lost in an instant.
He's right.
Shall we all head up there then?
You are all heathens with no family, but try to understand.
I understand perfectly.
God damn it.
Oh, also, Rabbit has a gift for me, doesn't she?
She does?
The whole reason I didn't dismiss Rabbit and just cast the spell to get her here was because I was told that she was bringing me something.
Shit, now I gotta look back in my friggin' notes.
Shit. Fuck.
Damn it. Why do I have to make things hard on myself?
Your DoorDash from Sanctuary Island has arrived.
Great.
Oops.
It's cold.
Oops. You forgot it. She's gotta go back.
My pad thai is lukewarm at best.
What did she leave? She left from Steam. No, she didn't leave from Steamgate. She left from. Oh, I can't even remember now. It's been so long.
It's been months.
It has been actual months between now and when I left her. Left her going to there.
I've been patient and I've been a good boy. Where's my gift?
We made gift. Syndicate, Temple of Tiamat. Did you send her away from Ravnica, or did you send her away on the boat?
I believe it was from the boat after our
Elf encounter?
First, yes, actually, you're right. It was from the, I believe it. Yeah, because I had her at the elf thing, and I believe I sent her back with like a letter and like paraphernalia that we found at the ruins.
Oh, because of Steam. Yes, okay.
No, she was already gone by Steamgate.
Yeah, so
I believe.
that's not.
But anyway, I'll I won't worry about that now.
Your gift has arrived. I will look through my notes later. I'll give myself a note to look through my notes.
Surely
There's
it's
pages.
something really good.
Shirley. Is it something good named Shirley?
Hell
Then
yeah, second wife.
gift.
Let's go.
Here's your gift. It's your wife. She's pissed. That would be scary. I traveled all this way to see you, Vinshenzo. Who's watching our daughter? I don't know. Okay, so you want to go fly up into the eye. I believe.
Vinshenzo knows no better way to stop the asteroid storm than to go to the source of the asteroids and figure it out as he goes.
Vaszerei's interested in doing the same thing. And if Peter's going to be here, I want to inform him of the Temple of Bahamut and its location really fast.
Good musicians don't panic, Lady Pinefall. They improvise.
Peter thanks you for the information, and he says he will lead the charge in the direction of the temple to make sure there's a path of safety for refugees. He'll work with the good warriors of Bahamut as they. I think Bahamut and Ilmater are friends or is it Torm? I can't remember which one of the dragons it is. Anyways,
Probably Torm.
I think it's probably Torm, but I want to say that either Ilmater or Torm rode upon Bahamut in a battle too, so
point
it's
is
certainly possible.
they're natural bros, therefore he will like fall in and help them out, and they will all work together to make a protected path to the temple to help the losers to safety.
I appreciate it. I, however, must
Vari,
go
what's
into
your
the sky.
Oh, you must go into the sky.
Take your
Well, if
broken wings and learn to fly.
Blackbird.
well, it seems Peter has the survivors under control. Perhaps the rest of us should head into the eye and attempt to stop the source. It could
Wait.
save more lives that way.
Hold up. Vari's wings are just simply broken, right?
She has a permanently broken wing that was fucked up with magic.
I don't think
Can't be
Vaszerei knows
healed.
that.
Ilmater, are you
First,
Ilmater? A cleric has fallen from the sky. Hallelujah.
he wasn't falling from the sky. He rose up out of a pit covered in demon blood. I mean, technically, that's probably even holier.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'll stick to your story, big guy. I like it. Okay. All right, let's fly. How are we fly? Who's flying on what? Vin's on Rabbit. Who else is on Rabbit?
I have no other way to fly than on Rabbit.
That's a lie, but I understand what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
Is
You in your current form might not be able to fly, but we both know that's not a permanent restriction for you.
Vin is Vari's
yeah,
wing
that's
like
true.
visibly damaged?
Yes. Just
Okay.
kind of hangs at her back, like on her model.
Well, it seems the Highborn's wings, at least one of them is broken. Perhaps she should go with Vin on Rabbit, and I'll use Vazerei's cloak.
I'm happy with that. Are you guys happy with that?
I am happy with that.
If you trust those gnome machinists.
It seems I have no choice.
It's gnome big deal.
If they fail, just remember me as I was, not
Remember.
flattened into a pancake.
Oh,
I'll remember you as you were.
Damn.
Carlos just scowls. Let's be off. We're
Vaszerei
wasting.
spreads her wings and flies into the sky.
deadly.
Her-
Okay.
eye.
Will follow.
You guys take off into the sky.
Squad-a-law.
Squad-a-lot.
Chris loves it.
Stop. Making me lose focus. Off into sky. I gotta keep track of stuff. Yeah, trying to do better with my notes. I got like maybe 12 actual pages of note left in this book of notes. This has survived me quite a long time. You take off into the sky. Paelias, you are at the Capitol Hill building. You're in the White House. You're being treated by a medic. What's your current HP versus your max HP?
My current is 20. My maximum is 86.
Pretty fucked up.
Well, lucky for you, somebody is going to roll.
Roll healing.
Not that one. That's not the one that they can do. That's the one they can do. Okay. So that's 1, 2. I know it doesn't really matter because you're just gonna be hanging out for a little while, but just in case something crazy happens, you get 6 plus 5, so you get 11 hit points, brings you up to 30, whatever. Cleric comes by and touches you on the shoulder, and you get healed. You guys fly up into the sky, the collection of you, and you're moving high up. The city shrinks below you as you mount into the air. And you got, I think the shortest amount of flying time anybody has is 1 hour. I'm looking at Carlos, question mark.
It sounds right.
That is correct.
And Vaszerei is just flying like normal. So it'll take you a good while to get all the way up there. We're gonna give you about what in the hell? I'm getting fucking dive bombed by bugs. It's ridiculous. It takes about 45
The
minutes.
demons are attacking him in real life.
The air is getting thin. I would like Vaszerei and Rabbit take a constitution test. Thank you, sir. For exhaustion from all the effort. And for Rabbit as well, Vinshenzo. If one could.
One could.
Oh, did he get up a minute?
You might have. I'll do that really quick. So con
I'm
His
back.
hand's moving.
+3. Okay.
Hello.
I need you to roll for an exhaustion on Rabbit for me, please.
Rabbit is not a human.
Is Rabbit not making an effort to fly 45 minutes straight up where the air is getting thin?
Rabbit doesn't need to breathe.
Does she not?
Familiar.
Wow, that's pretty lucky. I guess it's just Vaszerei who rolled a 19, so she's fine. That's good. Right.
Do I need
As
to
you're-
roll?
No, you're not exerting yourself. You're sitting there having a great time.
Hell yeah.
He's
if-
watching TV while he flies up.
If you want to know what Rabbit is for intensive mechanics, look up the spell Summon Greater Steed. In fact, I'll link it.
Okay, I was using the description block to base my things on her.
Hell yeah. I'll link it. Sorry. I had to get up.
Gamma, no. So, as you get within space and time of this astral eye, it begins to unfold before you more like a flower of energy and light. Things still come blasting out, and at this great height where you can no longer see the city below you, it's so far away. You're now realizing that you're gonna have to make some active efforts to not get hit by stuff falling out of the eye. In fact, if you'd like to roll perception,
Remember Star Wars?
remember Star Wars?
Vaszerei is rolling perception.
Perception.
She got a 4.
20. I'll just write it.
$23, casual 23.
Oh. I believe that would be a 29.
$29, understood. Vari, would you like to roll perception, or are you just kind of happy not looking up?
Is there even anything she could do if she saw something coming? I'm not
She could point
controlling
out.
this Pegasus,
She could be like, look out!
I guess.
It's up to her. It's
Strap
fine
in,
if she does.
Chewie, or
So,
whatever he
you
says.
guys
I rolled shitty anyway.
too busy
See.
not looking down.
Oh, well. I guess I add that to it.
Yeah, plus 13. You have a good modifier.
So that's 18 then.
That's pretty good. Okay,
pretty
you
good.
can see, as you're looking at this great eye, you can see that, in fact, things are not coming out of it. They seem to be flowing through it, as one would suspect. But you can actually see great, like, chunks of land, sections of ruined building, like trees, bodies in some very astute purposes, like Carlos and Vinshenzo, and see like all sorts of things that are beginning to float through and then descend at terminal velocity out from the eye. As you get closer, it's going to get a little bit more congested in the traffic lane.
Oh no, Carlos, we're being Langolired.
Beyond
Langolired.
what would be considered beyond the vision of the eye, the other side of whatever this thing is, you can see what looks to be roiling, tumultuous sea of color. And in that sea of color is where a lot of these things are originating from, whether it's like vast energies or pieces of land or all sorts of different things. It seems to be coming from this place. When you get closer, what looks to be an entire section of mountain range ripped out of whatever plane of reality it was in comes barreling towards you. And I would like the flyers to roll a survival check. Try and successfully navigate around this obstacle that is coming barreling towards you through the portal, through the eye. "13 survival. Uh-oh.
I may, since I didn't get to use it earlier, fuck, no, it's already gone. Never mind.
It's been 45 minutes. You don't have Bardic Inspiration if that's what you were going to use.
Yeah.
And a roll of either Vinshenzo, who's Flying Rabbit, or Rabbit herself. A survival. Oh. I think he might have gotten up again.
Damn.
Sorry, I'm here. Sorry.
It's okay. It's fine.
He's here. He's sorry.
Survival.
Oh.
There's a mountain falling through the sky at you. Survival to try and get around it.
Oh.
Oh,
I was lucky.
not an issue. Just a mountain. Okay. Lucky for most. As you see this impending thing coming up above you, perhaps Vaszerei didn't see it until it was too late, given her lower perception. And as you both begin to arc out wide, giving yourselves plenty of space, knowing that it's going to get bigger, images in the mirror are larger than they appear. Or whatever it says, objects in mirror. So you give yourselves pretty good amount of space, but Vaszerei, you tuck in a little bit too tight. And I'm going to get you to make a dex saving throw as you realize that you're getting pretty close into this mountain range, and what you're essentially looking at as you're trying to fly upwards is an entire mountain with trees is crawling towards you, and you now have to like hairpin your way through all of these trees and try not to get caught with it and get tumbled down.
Let's
with
see if I can
said
do this.
giant mountain.
Ooh.
I saw that like barely bounce onto the board.
It barely
jump
did,
back.
yeah. It's up to you, DM.
I don't like that roll. That was a shit roll. I want to see it actually like bounce.
Sure. Well, it's a little better.
9 is
18.
better than an 8. Oh, 18, that's pretty good, for sure. So as you're flying up, you're flapping your wings, you gotta like tuck them in every once in a while, and you manage to shoot through a couple of the trees.
Do a barrel roll.
Yeah, you barrel roll your way out of there.
May not
And,
see very good, but at least I can do good aerial flying.
She don't see too good, but at least she saw the trees. And
And the fucking mountain.
and you're able to not like go all the way through the whole thing, but you're able to get out of danger and then get yourself a safe distance away, and you can you end up seeing them up ahead, and you rejoin the pack. The flyers, the pack of 2 flyers.
A pack of
You
two.
are now You're now very, very close to the blossoming flower that is the Calamitous Eye. And I would like all humans beings, all of those of you, to make exhaustion, because there is an incredible lack of air here and you find it difficult to breathe.
Is it not possible to do a con save?
Yeah, because exhaustion is con save. Is it not?
Exhaustion is con save related, yeah.
Yeah, so all of whomst take a con save or suffer from exhaustion. That would be a Vari as well if she didn't roll. Oh, she did. Look at you.
Damn. Vari is made of sterner stuff, apparently. Oh yeah, she's a monk,
Highborn.
so she gets she gets proficiency in all saving throws.
Yeah, high level monk.
And
Learn to meditate and not need to breathe.
Okay, I will. I was looking at spells I could possibly use to.
Oh, sorry.
Supplement my air use, but I don't think I have any. Oh,
Oh,
that's a fail.
Oh no.
if you want to keep looking at spells for a second, I'll give you a moment. I didn't know that you were doing that.
No, I had already looked, and I was just finishing up when you said that, so I
Oh,
fail.
perfect time. Okay, so you suffer 1 point Runo of exhaustion. The air is thin and hard to breathe. However, the whirling tendrils of energy begin to lap at you, and unlike the crazy experience that you guys had with the abyssal portal, where one moment you are and then you isn't and then you is again, you simply pass through a door or the ellipse, the iris, the event horizon, one of those words, into the astral plane.
Oh shit.
As you cross through, you find yourself feeling weightless. You begin to drift. Around you is a cosmos of color. Time almost feels as though it's stopped. You no longer feel hungry or thirsty, and the state of energy at which you were kind of, it feels like it almost seeps out of you slowly, though you are still fatigued or sore from your exertions. Around you, almost in a lackadaisical drift, seems like the ruins of entire worlds are just slowly floating around, and they're being pulled towards the Calamitous Eye, while seemingly also being created from these pools of light, which you can now see much better, given that you are not looking through the keyhole that was the blossoming eye. There appear to be pools of light, colored light, that are both infinite in their depth and yet as thin as a sheet of paper. Indigo, jet black, magenta, ruby, diamond, blue, orange, amber, silver, all these colors of which are slowly allowing through chunks of earth or ruins of building or vast islandscapes that look to be the size of entire continents.
Hell yeah.
This is not what I expected.
It's beautiful.
It truly is.
I would like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You are
You are surrounded by magic.
you are overloaded with a sense of magic as you are so quite close to the event horizon of the other side of this eye.
So the portal eater thing is indeed magic?
Portals themselves, just the nature of a portal's existence, is one of magic.
Okay.
I don't know what school it would be. I'm just Googling that right
So,
now.
Chris, it seems like being in this place would be kind of bad for Vari, huh?
Oops.
It would
Might,
be rather bad.
be
Thinking-
something at the back of her mind a bit here.
You might want to do that. Do that for me right now, that thing. See exactly how much of a traumatic experience this might be for you.
Ooh. That's a 3. Do I add proficiency or anything to it?
I think we were going with wisdom or something of the ilk, being her mental resilience against said thing.
That would be a 12 then if I add the proficiency to it.
Okay. Well, I had a number set in my head.
The original was a 3 if that affects.
Well, the key number that I was hoping for was a 15, given the calamity of this entire statement. Given the otherworldly entirely entering a new dimension after witnessing entire worlds in pieces. So I leave it to you to dictate exactly. Let me just.
It could be like.
I'm gonna pull up my reference sheet here. Because this is gonna be interesting.
You want it to be like a gradual thing, or is everyone else kind of in danger now?
So here's how we're gonna play this. I will explain it to you like this. Kind of like anxiety leading into a panic attack. It's a build. It's kind of like the frog in the pot of boiling water, where you're uneasy with this situation, you're a little bit uncomfortable with what's going on. As you get closer to this abomination in the sky, this chaotic miasma of color and energy, you yourself are getting fairly worked up about, like, okay, what's going on here? This is pretty crazy. Not really sure what's going to happen on the other side. And then you appear and you're drifting in the void. The otherworldliness of this astral plane is perhaps not unknown to you, but it's eerily similar to other experiences you have had. And combining that with the effectively punch in the face act of witnessing the apocalypse in puzzle piece form, like it really does look like someone took worlds and just smashed them together like they were symbols or like Lego bricks, and they just split apart into pieces, and all of these bits and pieces are drifting around in front of you. And that level of contemplation, just the shade takes over. In that moment, it is able to just wrest control, because you have lost your focus, you have lost your control long enough for it to
I
take
threw
charge.
Vari. Alright, so
I will leave you to explain in terms of what change might be happening to her, like the perceivable change from her.
can
view.
anyone see her right now?
Oh, I would
'Cause
assume.
for her, it's just like a switch goes off.
Yeah. Well,
would she
Vinshenzo
be?
is right in front of you, so it's up to him if he's looking around behind. And
Yes.
where I know that Carlos is a very perceptive creature, so he would notice the second anything actually
Alright,
happens.
so if anyone can actually see her, they're gonna see her just suddenly tense up, and shadows are gonna start coming out of her skin. Then her eyes slowly turn black. And she reaches a hand to Vinshenzo's shoulder, leans close to him and says, "You fools, you've brought me home."
Hell yeah.
What?
You've been Langolierd too.
Oh no.
Then Something's wrong with her.
And Vari is going to try to grab Vinshenzo and throw him from his horse.
Oh no!
What?
Oh, good luck, everyone.
What's wrong with the Highborn?
I feel like I'm probably not paying attention to her very much.
She grabbed your shoulder and
Yeah, but I
spoke
feel
in
like
your ear.
I didn't see anything.
Well, you certainly heard her. You would have heard her voice change.
Vaszerei, given your long history of not exactly being the most noticing person in the room, you can roll perception to see if while looking around you might have noticed this, but Carlos will definitely have passive on his
I'll roll.
side.
15.
A 15. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Vaszerei, from the corner of her eyes, she notices whatever's about to happen next. Or whatever is happening next. Well, you got the full audience of everybody in the room.
Do I roll a save or an acrobatics to not be grappled off of my horse?
It would be an acrobatics versus her athletics.
Good luck.
I don't
Everyone.
need
Oh,
luck.
she's alright at athletics.
Not great at athletics. So.
She's alright.
I created. That is a 32.
Wow.
Yeah, she does not throw you off.
I don't think she could beat that.
No, there's no way.
Vaszerei is going to immediately respond seeing this action done to Vin. And I am going to immediately fly in the direction of Vari and attempt to tackle her off of the Pegasus.
All right, that's an acrobatics or an athletics versus her acrobatics or athletics. Looks like it's WWE up in here.
This is no time to.
So I roll 2, right?
No, what are you doing?
You
Yeah,
should
it's a
have
contested
told me
one.
you were afraid of heights.
Ooh. 19 plus 10. I don't think.
29. That's pretty darn good.
Ah!
All right,
Oh.
Vaszerei.
She missed.
That's like a 1.
Yeah, I fucking missed.
Wait, did you actually roll a 1?
A 2 minus 1.
Don't
2
tell
minus
him.
1.
No.
Okay, in your effort to tackle Vari off of the Pegasus, but also in your effort to not, unduly
Harm
Push her-
Vincenzo.
put your lord at undue risk, you instead just go face first into the Pegasus and like bounce off and start floating away like a spaceman.
Ah! Damn it.
Vari's gonna try to throw a dagger after her.
Oh, damn.
What do I roll for that?
That would be a ranged attack, but I will remind Carlos that he is aware of what's going on.
Oh, I rolled a fucking 1 and it'd be like what a 10 overall.
Okay, so you under the possession of shade, you chuck a dagger, and it just kind of goes whipping off after. It was almost like by a reflex. You weren't really paying attention to exactly what you were doing, and her haphazard wobbling nature of free floating through space did not work well with your haphazard chucking of the dagger.
Suppose you'll be missing that later.
She has
You'll be missing
tracer
that forever.
daggers.
That is
Yeah.
not coming back.
It's not coming back.
I mean, it's not. It's like a magical dagger, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Doesn't
a
run out.
fucking dagger anyway. It's like 10 copper
It's a
pieces.
Fine.
Anyway, so Carlos is going to
Oh my god.
fly up and try to grapple Vari from behind to restrain her.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, not a great roll. That is 13 athletics.
Athletics, I roll 2, right?
Yeah.
You can roll athletics or acrobatics when you're responding to a grapple.
What did you roll, Kardoc?
13, I think.
Alright, so I rolled an 11 then.
You didn't. You can
Oh,
use acrobatics,
acrobatics
or athletics.
or? Okay.
Yeah.
Then 15.
I can't get a hold of her. Her wings are in the way.
He's a wily one. We got a squirmer.
Get a hold of yourself. What's come over you?
Oh. I leave it to Vinshenzo to respond next upon being...
Am I within 120 feet of the Langolier hole?
Yes, you've only just crossed through the event horizon.
I would like to try casting Dispel Magic on it.
Ooh, okay. Let me just Google, see what I can see about this. I should have predicted that you were going to do this, but that's okay.
Also, can is it possible to fly like further into the Langolier hole? Is it like another planar world in there? Or is it just
I will try and describe to you what I have in my mind.
I heard you describe it as like boiling color earlier or something like that.
I'll give you the meta explanation of how this is formed. We'll pretend that Paelias is here because Paelias.
I did roll 29 on my perception, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So, roll me Arcana real quick. We'll do it this way because maybe I can give a justification of you understanding these things, and then I can explain it plainly.
That's probably not going to be great. Yeah. 14.
Okay, 14's good enough for me. You know, generally, from your magic class in high school, that gateways leading from the astral plane to other planes appear as two-dimensional pools of rippling color. You know this. The different colors that you see in the astral sea around you are all the different colors from all of the different planes that seem to be opening into this eye. If we think about my attempt to use the term blossoming flower, so basically like the roiling colors that you see on the astral side of the eye, not the material plane, but the astral plane side of the eye, there's a whole bunch of planar portals that are kind of like stuck together or that are whirling and warping in and around and through each other. And so that's kind of where the blossoming flower comes from. So stuff is just coming out of this into like a central little spot, kind of like the eye of the flower. I can't remember what that's called. Where all the pollen is. That nice little spot. I suck at flower terminology. Anyways, that spot. So, and then it's falling through this. So you're kind of like in a pocket of calm, surrounded by planar portals that are whirling around each other, it seems. On the material plane side, which makes sense to you kind of as you pass through, it's sort of like an ethereal version of these portals that are swirling, and that's what's actually creating like the ripple of color that you are used to seeing every single day as the sun, because it is in place of the sun / the moon. So, yeah. So you have one planar portal, one like mega ultimate portal right next to you that you've just come through, but then there's a whole bunch of different like gateways leading in and out of the astral plane from other planes.
Okay, I want to close the one that is open to the world where Sanctuary is, if that's possible.
The mega one. I'm gonna get. Is it you who has to? I think it's you who has to roll DC. Yeah. So you're going to roll a DC on this.
Okay. It's third
Um,
level spell is my free cast of it. Oh no. Never mind. Sorry. It's a third level. Yeah, go ahead. I just did something stupid, but yeah, what I said
What did
is what I
what
meant.
did you do?
Nothing. I
Okay.
just deleted something that had something on it. It's fine.
Oh, would you like me to Control Z
No.
and rewind time? No.
It's
Well,
fine.
you still need to roll
Yeah.
for the DC. So you
Okay.
make your ability check using your spellcasting ability. Oh,
We don't do crit fails here. Remember that.
we don't. It's just oof as in bad luck, not
except
oof
when it
as in you fucked
happens.
up. Except when it matters.
Okay.
Yup.
You try in vain to shut the portal, and you feel its power overwhelming your dispel. Power overwhelming. Yeah.
Okay. I'll wait my 6 seconds to try again.
You try again anyway. Well, sorry, there's like a wrestling match happening around you, so I'll let the wrestlers continue to wrestle.
I am
Friggin-
unconcerned with the wrestling match, even though it's happening on me, pretty much, I think.
It's stupid
Yes.
PvP, but for the sake of the four of you beautiful bastards, we're all gonna roll initiative to make life easier for the DM.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's with narrative intent, so I'm okay with it.
Take heed,
'Cause I
young
know-
heathen.
I know it's gonna be all right. 12
Okay.
is Vaszerei. 16. Even if there's no fighting that actually happens, at least we know who goes. Oh, that's a roll off.
Roll again, kidders.
See
And
who
just
gets
take
which
whatever
line.
you roll. I rolled a 10. You rolled a 10 again. Alright, roll again.
Roll again.
What is this? I know
Oh
you're
my
married, but you don't have to share rolls. Like
A 3. Oh, 20. All right. She wins.
Foreboding. Oh shit.
Damn.
God
Better
damn.
hope Vin roll. Oh, he did 25.
Yeah,
okay. So that
Vin
means
rolled
Vari's gonna get a chance to respond to the fact that she's been tackled. Wait, did you make it? I think you made it last time, right? Carlos?
Yeah,
did
she
you get it?
avoided. No,
I
she
avoided
the
being
grapple.
grabbed, yeah.
Oh, that's
Both
right.
times.
She's a squirmy one. All right.
Yeah,
so
she's squirmy.
you've thrown your knife. You've been tackled again by the child, the other child, I should say. In your words, what do? Also, this elf in front of you is trying to cast spells. I don't know what Shade thinks of spell casting elves.
Yep. She's going to try to slash at Carlos with her claws.
Ah,
Oh, a monk attack.
very rude.
I rolled a fucking 1.
It's not
Are your
cutting it.
dice possessed?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, they
No,
are.
you misunderstand. She's trying to break free of it. Can't you see? He's
At the end of
fighting
your
the
turn, I'll get you
possession.
to make a wisdom saving throw.
Hmm?
I said at the end of your turn, I'll get you to make a wisdom saving throw because you got your action, bonus action, and move.
Alright. Well, I'm pretty sure I missed.
Uh-huh.
It's got, like,
Uh,
21 AC.
Did you want to use your other attack, or did you want to not?
I'll use it, I guess.
What's the intention of Shade through this? Like, when he gains control, what's his ambition and desire?
Kill everything.
So, it would be faithful to the character's flaw if you were to play that to its maximum while he has possession.
Yeah. Like, she has no control anymore. She's just blacked out when he has control.
Oh,
Oh,
So Vari can't really do anything.
all right. So she would be making a second attack then.
Yes.
do it. Roll it.
Okay.
Okay.
Most dangerous thing to the party is the
Oh, no.
19.
Oh, God. 19 plus 9 is like 28. That would hit.
Alright, what do I roll for the damage? 1d.
Yeah. 1d8 plus 4.
Whoop. That's 7.
I'm going to react with Uncanny Dodge to have the damage. Would that be 3 or 4? DM.
Round
I
up
will
or
take
down?
it as the damage would be rounded down if it's a resistance, so Uncanny Dodge kind of counts as that. So it'd be 3.
Okay.
Alright. Me to do a wisdom saving throw. That's about all.
Yep.
Alright, let's see. It's a what do I add to it? Let's see.
What is it?
That's a 14 overall.
A 14 overall. Okay. I'm keeping the standard of the traumatic experience at the same, which means that Shade is still in control. Carlos, you're up.
Wonderful.
Carlos is going to try to use his shock gauntlets to paralyze her.
You have those. That's true.
Okay, not a great roll. I think it's only a 12. She has like 17 AC.
Oof.
Let's see. See, that's an action claim. All right, that's all I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna move. I guess I'm gonna move like. I'm gonna move like 20 feet away, maintaining distance, and then end my turn.
Okay. For the sake of a battle board, you're in the infinity of space. So relative to each other, just remember how far you are.
Okay.
Everybody
Just-
here who's not on a horse can fly, so that's
Just
okay.
Use the grid.
Yeah, you can use the grid.
Actually, I'm gonna change that to.
Infinite space where you can move by thought.
I'm gonna
Oh, yeah,
change it to
that's
30
true.
feet.
You change it to 30 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means it would be Vaszerei.
You. I know who you are. Release this highborn at once. And I am going to... Let's see. I'm going to fly up and attempt to grapple once again. But first, I am going to Draconic Cry in the rage of my discovery of who this might be.
Who do you think
Oh.
it might be? Sorry, would you like to say that out loud?
Who do you
Acheron.
think?
I think it
Acheron?
might be Acheron.
I
Yeah,
had
the
another
Abyss
idea.
Dragon.
Abyssal Dragon.
Yeah!
He thinks that she has been possessed by that very dragon and is trying, like, you will release this highborn at once, foul
Oh, I
creature.
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to remember this.
Yeah, Vaszerei is convinced that this is who it is that has decided to possess her. And I am going to roll grapple with advantage because of Draconic Cry.
Hell yeah.
A 9 for athletic. Not very good at this. We're not very strong.
No. Roll Vaszerei. Not Vaszerei, very. Too many V's.
Yes.
What am I rolling?
Team.
D20. Then plus 10. For your acrobatics.
I rolled a 20. Worst character to be possessed. Yes.
Damn you, foul
Stop
monstrosity. You'll release her at once. The power of Bahamut compels you.
Demons be gone.
Demons be gone, I will perform an exorcism on you.
What would be really horrible is if she landed a solid hit and then Vari actually succeeded in her wisdom saving throw, because I know that would just play into the ego of Vaszerei going, yes, see, if I hit people, they'll become less possessed.
Oh my
Yes. This is the fighter way. That is all that I can do right now. I've done my bonus action, I have done my main. Yeah, that's all that I can do right now.
Okay, that means it's Vinshenzo's turn.
Hell yeah.
You have advantage on your attacks. Since you are an ally.
Do I have advantage on my DC to close portals?
No. She did not draconic cry the portal, sadly.
I mean,
I would if I could, though.
Just
You could,
completely
but you
ignoring the fight going on.
Vaszerei
Right
would
next to
absolutely
you.
scream at the portal in a rage,
There are
yeah.
bigger things at stake here.
You don't understand.
Let me see if I want to really close the heck out of this thing. Question. Can
Answer?
Can I long rest in astral plane?
Yes.
All right. Then I guess I will cast. Wait a minute. I will cast. I'm. Chris
He's
is
fucking dying
Chris
right
is
now.
gonna Iron Man me. I fucking know
I'm-
it.
I'm just sitting here rolling with the punches, man. You guys wanted to fly off into the magical, crazy eye that has buildings falling out of it and mountains.
Yeah, because I don't
100%
want
worth
a
it, by the
building
way.
to land on my wife and child.
I'm not saying that you're wrong for doing it. I'm just saying I'm rolling with the punches. I'm just as curious to see what happens as you are.
Damn.
It's all an experience.
Is the astral plane one of the outer planes? I don't believe it is.
Let me read.
I believe it technically exists at the center of all planes, like in between all of them.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like the soup in between planes.
Okay.
It is, so it's the thing that you used to get to the outer planes, but it of itself, I don't think it counts as the outer planes.
Allowing you to move through. Oh. Yeah. I am getting fucking Iron Man. I knew it. I fucking knew
Fuck.
it.
Rip.
Oh wait, no, I'm good. I'm fucking good. Okay.
That turned so fast.
We are so back. I'm going
That
to
was really fast.
I'm going
Okay.
to cast Dispel Magic on the Langolier portal as a 7th level spell.
Putting some fucking fire behind that shit.
Dang. Okay. Sorry, as a 7th?
The highest possible spell I can cast.
damn.
Well, Gate
Okay.
is 9th level spell, so
How would that work for would that affect the DC, do you think, Paelias?
does the spell date it does that at upcast?
It says at higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, you automatically end the effects of a spell on the target if the spell's level is equal to or less than the level of the spell slot you used. So
it would be a DC 19 then, assuming we're going with
it would still just
a
be
9th
DC
level
19.
spell.
Yeah.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Roll your roll.
Hell yeah.
At least that's how I would interpret it.
That's kind of how I'm interpreting it as well.
Holy shit, that was close.
Plus your charisma.
Oh.
And I
Plus-
believe only your
plus
charisma as
5.
well.
That's enough.
Plus 5.
21.
Anyway.
Looks
21.
like we Iron Man. Wait, are you Iron Manning like because you didn't want to fall through it, or are you Iron Manning because you like pulled the heroic sacrifice?
I
just wanna
knew,
make sure.
I knew you were gonna do that.
What do you want from me? The portal begins to close. The eye begins to shut. You
Hell
cast
yeah.
your spell with mighty great effort, and you witness every single one of you at a point of clarity realize the eye is beginning to shut. I will allow you to do with that information as you please. It is a very big portal. It is beginning to close.
You've done it, Vin.
We need to get out of here, otherwise we'll be trapped.
Yeah, I would direct Rabbit to like try to gather it. If people are like, I don't know the relation of where people are in relation to me and Rabbit, but
So I think Vari is still on Rabbit with you, and Carlos is like 30 feet away, and Vaszerei is just like bumbling around somewhere within that distance. So you're all pretty close to each other.
We're pretty close, yeah.
I order Rabbit to gather the vagabonds and any corrupted dragonkin and go back to through the portal to where we were.
Okay.
Hell yeah. How much time until we reach the closed portal?
It's you guys didn't go too far from it, so it's well within the flying speed of yeah, it's well within the flying speed of Rabbit. Are you guys like grabbing onto Rabbit and letting her pull you back?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
As the eye shuts, but not so dramatically close as to like clench your butt cheeks, but as the eye is shutting, Rabbit shoots through the portal, tucking her wings in and going into a dive, and you plummet out as one of the last things to or among the last things to exit. Behind you, what looks to be a tower of a castle, or what once was the tower of a castle, snaps against the edge of the portal, and it almost seems to just half phase through, and it shatters into several pieces, crumbling behind you, and the portal itself shuts, closing the world into a very odd, ethereal night, where the angry red of the sky has changed like a light switch, and now is more of a deep midnight blue,
I
more
fucked
akin
up.
to a regular night.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't rolling and it's just skill checks, so I believe that DC against the portal would have been the same, but I believe I made a perception check, and my acrobatics against Vari maybe would have been probably lower. But
Well,
anyway, sorry, I forgot.
Kinda too late for that now.
I didn't intend to cheat, I'm just stupid.
Maybe stupid.
That's forgivable.
Anyway.
Holy moly. All right. You guys are through to the other side. The buffeting of the wind around you and the sort of sudden return to atmosphere sends you all blowing around a little bit.
Wow.
However, you have debris coming out behind you, and there's debris before you, but that's less important because it's already away. So you might want to scoot your boots.
How big is the castle that's like tumbling in?
The castle tower, it's covering probably like 200 square feet of real estate with its masonry and
I can't do anything against that.
oh man, Chill, how do you think it would feel to just temporarily be reprieved of all the needs of an aging human?
Weightless.
Wait.
Either ecstatic or very uncomfortable.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just to clarify, we've all made it back through.
You've all made it back through, and I think Vari is still possessed.
I'm
Yeah.
glad none of us got
So,
Iron Manned.
So did
That's a good
did Vinshenzo just end the event, or did he permanently close the eye?
The eye.
We would have to reflect on that when we're not in mortal danger and descending at effectively free fall, given the fact that Rabbit just kind of plummeted.
Fair enough.
We might be more concerned about that at the moment.
If only there was someone who could have educated me about the consequences at hand.
If only.
If only he wasn't taking a nap.
He's taking a nap. He's gonna wake up and go, "You fools!"
We have been Iron Man.
He's never
Bamboozled.
gonna let this down.
What do you mean you doomed us all?
What do you mean I doomed us all?
I was doing
Paelias,
an
you're like
Iron Man.
This guy, not there anymore.
You know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna use this rod here, and I'm gonna go to the plane of fire. Fuck y'all.
Plane of fire.
Hell yeah.
At least you won't have to deal with the rain.
I feel
He's
like
gonna
Vinshenzo would enjoy the Brass City or whatever it is.
Brass City is in fact in the plane of fire. Okay. So, are you guys just gonna free fall your way away from the dangerous debris, or
Depends. Is Vari still trying to kill Vin?
I'm
that's a
riding
good
Rabbit.
question.
And she hadn't attacked him yet. Just you guys
It-
diving at her.
Well, you did
He's
try to throw him
Vari's-
off.
Well, that was it. He didn't even care.
You tried to Iron Man me.
Holy
I'll
shit.
never forgive
It
you.
is
Is she still
Vari-
aggressive? Should I
Yes.
phrase it that way? Okay. Well,
okay. Well,
I guess
Vari's
Still
her turn.
possessed.
is
She's always
potential
aggressive.
thing. Yeah. Okay, well, you got 6 seconds to act. You're flying through the air, and then you get to take your save afterwards.
Well, now she's gonna attack Vin.
Oh!
Gonna
She's
try to
getting Iron Man
slash at
after all.
his back.
He can't let this go.
Alright. Oh, that was lag.
What do I do?
Nothing. She rolls against you.
Yeah, I
She
rolled.
slashes at your
Alright, what
suit
do
jacket.
I add this, right?
Yeah, your attack plus 10.
So that would be like 17. I rolled an 8.
If you rolled an
Yeah.
8, yeah, plus 9. So
Yeah, would that hit?
An 18 would hit,
17.
I believe. 7?
17.
That might be close. Hold on. 17, yeah, is enough.
Alright. So that is 6 slashing damage.
Oh!
Ah,
Ah!
Claws right into his back.
Not my jacket. It's where my suit jacket pocket is.
How do you have it on your back? It's such a weird place.
No, the jacket.
Oh,
In winces horribly in pain. Yes. 73 minus, what was it? 5? What was the
It
damage?
was 6, I think.
Oh, 6.
6.
I am at 67 HP.
6d7.
What has come over you?
I think that is all she's gonna do since
That
she
means
hit him.
That means she gets to take her wisdom saving throw.
Let's hope it's better.
Hell yeah.
Sane enough to stand trial.
Ooh.
A lot.
Yeah, that should be enough now. 14 plus 9.
That definitely is enough now.
Can't be gone from this soul.
Where did I put normal Vari? There she is.
She's gone forever. She was lost in the astral portal.
So
Damn it.
Vari's gonna suddenly just fade back to normal. Look around in an absolute panic. What,
Nobody noticed that.
what happened? Was anybody hurt?
You attacked Vinshenzo.
That in and of itself is quite the crime.
Wasn't really me, I'm sorry.
Are you afflicted by some curse?
No curse. I have a feeling I know what it is.
They say shouting at their maximum volume because they're
Yeah.
driving through the air.
Yeah, pretty much.
What?
What was that? It's a type of curse,
That's
yes.
thaumaturgy. You need to speak louder.
Speak up!
Curse make brain bad.
Poor Hardy.
Harvey's
Things
just
are going
sitting there wagging
on.
his tail.
Okay. Okay. Well. Start looking back around. There's still meteors coming at the world. There are no more meteors. You have ended the meteor shower. You have. You have ended it.
I nod confidently to myself, even wincing through the pain. While wincing through the pain. I mean,
Oof. Are you guys gonna drift your way back down to the landscape?
Yeah.
If we can, yeah.
If you can. Well, I'm sorry, you cannot. The Sky Police need their taxes.
Good thing
You
I'm
got a
good at
permit
tax
for that
evasion.
flying?
Skype.
I'm doing tax evasion.
Roll dex to evade taxes.
Hell yeah. I'm proficient in dex.
Can't get me, I'm too slippy.
I'm
Okay.
proficient in dex. I got this shit.
As you free fall, the crazy debris that was like flying above you, it starts to disperse, and you're able to start leveling out and get through basically what's just chunks of gravel at this point, and you begin circling your way down, descending under control towards the city below. Carlos,
Hello.
fun thing about the fact that it took you 45 minutes to get up that high.
So Carlos is gonna free fall until he gets closer to the ground.
Okay. I don't think that's... Oh no, that's actually how time would
Yes.
work, so that's totally fine.
He can react
So
at the last 500 feet to cast Slow Fall, I believe. Or Feather
That-
Or
Fall.
I can just turn my wings back on.
He's got a
Yeah.
fucking parachute.
Oh,
That-
yeah. Carlos
He's able to
always
do
had a
that.
golden parachute. I forgot.
Da-na-na-na. Would you like to see my plot armor? Here it goes.
And the parachute, when it deploys, shows the symbol of his kingdom.
That's right.
So you do exactly that. You reach the ground a hell of a lot faster than anyone else. The city comes into view, and you're able to judge the timing just right, so that you're able to deploy wings and not turn into a piece of pancake on the street.
Hell yeah.
Given the fact that you have the ability to land anywhere, let me just do it this way. Hang on. This one. Doop. Okay. Oh. Pick a spot on the city.
Okay, where am I?
You can land anywhere in this big circle. Given how much time you have to aim yourself.
Where's the entrance to this place? Like the main
The
entrance?
actual entrance would be there.
Okay, that's where Carlos lands.
All right. Minutes behind you would be Vinshenzo, Vaszerei, and Vari, who is now in control of her faculties. What would you like to do upon reaching the ground?
I'd wait for.
Oh, go ahead.
I'd wait for the others.
Okay, and the others, given the fact that there was absolutely no communication, you have to give your best judgment as to where you might go, or where he might have gone, or
I'm sure
maybe
they
you
could
have no
just-
judgment needed at all.
Watch me fall.
I'm pretty sure that you, went
are
down a
very
lot
small
faster than they
and
went
much
down.
faster.
You're Kobold.
Also-
I'd like to roll perception, really quick, because I was interested in doing something.
Okay. You may roll perception. At what point, so I understand where you are, at what altitude are you rolling perception?
The moment I notice him start falling, if I can see that.
With a 13, you notice that Carlos voluntarily goes into a free-falling dive.
Does Vari look like she's fine now?
I don't know. Ask Vari.
Vari, are you
Ye-
free?
He did call out to you guys asking what happened and everything.
It is
I
over.
think you would have noticed that she was back to normal.
We basically had a conversation.
Yeah.
Here's the new ultra high efficiency dishwasher we're developing.
This isn't over.
Wow.
This includes
And she is
several
going to fold her wings and go into a dive to fall alongside
eliminates
Carlos in a controlled descent. Just kind of keep an eye on him.
cuts cycle times by over 4,000%.
So basically, I'm diving
Okay, you dive, and you want to try and follow Carlos.
as best I can.
As best you can gives me the desire to make you roll acrobatics.
Now, obviously,
Good thing
this
I am good
project
at that.
is still under development, so there are a few reliability issues we're sorting out.
Thinking that's a 22.
I'm thinking you're able to follow him in. You're on his wing, literally. And you you can choose if you want to follow him all the way to his final destination or if you want to peel off at some point and go somewhere else.
I'm going to stick with him for right now.
Okay, then you land at the Capitol building.
If I lose sight of Carlos, I guess Vin's place to
You
me
lose sight of him in seconds.
would be the Coliseum.
Well, I must say I have something to admire of you, Carlos.
And what is that, Vaszerei?
You fly pretty good for somebody without real wings.
I'm a quick study.
Clearly.
I'm going to check on Paelias. if Vinshenzo doesn't meet us here, he probably landed back in the Colosseum. We should reconvene here and probably talk with the council.
How observant of you.
You wish me to go to the Colosseum and wait for them?
Yes.
Hopefully Vari can contain that beast that has taken over her mind. I think I know who it is.
It seemed to be triggered by proximity to the portal.
Yes,
It
but I
only
think
just entered when I thought she turned, her eyes, shadows.
I saw it too. I believe Acheron is behind this. But I must go. And she is going to launch into the sky and fly off towards the Colosseum as fast as she can.
Whoosh. Okay. As you fly out over the city, you notice that it is truly in a state of utter chaos. Unrest is pretty much universal constant right now, and the majority of this entire southern area, reaching up to the walls of the enclave, the conclave little holdfast here, is truly just a hellscape of violence and damage and small skirmishes and combats everywhere. You see rampaging monsters that are moving around in this part of the district, and you see shield walls of as you're flying towards the Colosseum. You can see that the defenders of this garrison here are trying to keep themselves from being overrun on all sides. By the time you reach the Colosseum, you notice that Vinshenzo and Vari and Rabbit have reached the grounds.
Before she arrives, I'd like to look to the sky. The eye is no longer there, or does it still remain?
There is nothing, not even a moon, nothing. It is just darkness.
She looks back down to the city and remembers the visions of Bahamut, of a burning Ravnica, when this all happened.
Looks a lot like it.
It seems like the visions were true. The question is it capable of going back on the path? She's going to think on this, and she is going to land at the Colosseum and rejoin the others.
I think this is why she always rolled poorly on perception, because she's stuck answering the great otherworldly questions of
Yes.
higher powers and things.
He is very distractible at this point, yeah. Alright, I land over there with Vari and Vinshenzo.
Vari and Vinshenzo land over there with you. You are together, three of you.
Are we in dim light right now, or darkness, or?
You're in dim light. It is dimly lit.
All right. And as soon as they land, Vari's gonna jump down to the ground. She'll look back at Vinshenzo and say, "I'm sorry. My claws were used against you." And then she is going to use Cloak of Shadows and turn invisible.
Ah,
Oh shit.
what has come over you? A cloak of shadows of some kind?
Damn.
Cloak of shadows.
I'm sorry. I just say, what has come over you? We were at the precipice of the end.
She's going to try to sneak off back toward the temple. Since she's invisible now.
Vaszerei lands.
How long does detect magic last?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
10
you-
minutes
or
if you
something.
concentrate on.
How long did it take us to... Oh, I didn't roll a con save when I got attacked. Oh, well.
You were dispelling as well. I don't
I-
think that's concentration.
No,
Yeah.
dispel is not concentrate.
I didn't dispel my own magic. How long did it take to come back to Earth?
15, 20 minutes.
Okay, I don't see her, and I don't make an attempt to find her. I let her go.
Oh,
And clutch my shoulder, nursing my wound.
My lord. There you are. I can
Hello.
clearly see that he is injured, yes?
I think it was you who made a bad impression on Miss Vari.
It's
do you
your
mean?
fault this happened.
What do you mean?
I don't know what came over her.
I think I know what came over. That bastard Agaron did this.
Who? You should have been more welcoming.
It is not herself. That creature that took her over in there is that damn dragon. She seeks healing, that's what she wants.
This is
Something
what
far
I'm
greater.
talking about. Both of you should be the best of chums. You're both obsessed with dragons and all.
What would you rather have me obsess over?
Perhaps that the world nearly came to an end. Again.
Again. Yes. And do you not think that Akron could have been behind this? Surely.
Who
As
are
if all
you
the
talking
evils-
about?
The abyssal damn dragon. The one that tried to tempt my mind. And now it's taken Vari.
Surely
maybe it's
it
something else.
wasn't him. It was only vampires last time.
Yes, but I don't think your vampires would be possessing people like her. Or maybe I'm wrong. Where is she anyway?
I do not know.
I need to find her.
Perhaps you could follow in her footsteps or something. I don't know. She disappeared.
Damn it. Fine. However, Carlos has sent a message. You should probably head back to the capital.
Why? What has happened?
Well, Carlos and Paelias are there. So, it seems that is where we are reconvening.
Very well.
Well, if you excuse me, I'm going to try and find Vari and figure out where she went. She is sick and she needs help.
Not so fast. You plan to go alone?
She stops herself for a moment. While I was considering it, yes.
You always seem to find trouble. Go off alone.
Yes, and it seems Vari has done the same. Wherever she is now.
She's
I wonder
just
where she could be.
sneaking down the street toward the temple.
Oh, she's sneaking to the temple. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you like actually invisible, or what's your?
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
the cloak, she is
If
actually
she's
invisible.
in dim light, she becomes one with the shadows.
Oh, okay.
She remains invisible until she attacks, casts a spell,
Why
or
are you
is
throwing down my
in.
shirt? Sorry, that fucking scared me. Holy shit.
She will be visible again if she gets into bright light, though.
Okay, well, I will say this to you as you're starting to go down the street. There's a lot of fires and stuff in the city, which makes light.
Okay.
Even though within the Colosseum, there's
She
dim
would
light,
stay
there's light.
toward shadows, though.
All right, so it'll take you a little while. So with that in mind, sort of allowing Vin and Vaz to go and do what they want. Y'all gonna go run off to the Capitol building?
I feel like I'm gonna follow Vaszerei. Considering there's demons about and she's going off on her own again.
And I can't have him going out there right now because Carlos and Paelias are looking for him. So I guess I'm at an impasse and we'll have to return to the capital.
Okay.
I
Then
can't endanger you. I can't endanger the king.
I can't
More than you already do on a
let-
regular basis.
let you
More than I-
endanger yourself. Okay, I follow Vaszerei, protecting her, protecting me.
Yes, you played me in my own fucking game. Damn it. I return to the capital.
Okay,
We'll find
you guys
Vari
return to
later.
Capitol Hill over there. Vari, I know that you're invisible. Given the general state of turmoil, though, in this city, I would like you to roll me a stealth check.
Alright. $19 plus 10.
Okay, 29. Gotcha. Still Vari to temple. Given what you know about the city and given your sneak time, it's going to take you about 2 hours, you think, to get to the temple, given your current speed and level of danger throughout, unless something unexpectedly crazy happens. So that I'm of the understanding, you are adopting, or you are choosing to stay away from dangerous situations. You're not going to try and sneak past. You're like staying out of the way of anything problematic, correct?
Pretty much.
Deadly. Got that? Keeping it in mind. Which means we get to roll on over to Paelias and Vaszerei and Vinshenzo and Carlos.
Hello.
Hello, you
How
guys
much
are
time has
assembled in
passed
the
for me?
Capitol building. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. Hour and a half.
I continue long resting.
Nice.
You
Okay, so you guys enter the
bastard.
Capitol building together.
Yeah.
See Paelias meditating off in a corner somewhere. The entire entrance is like barricaded and sandbagged with all sorts of war machines about, legionnaires, Azorius arresters, and mages. It is truly a bastion right now, keeping the center of government in one piece. It looks as though, Carlos, there have been attacks on the front gate, and it looks like they were all handily repelled. However, there are some wounded soldiery, and there are corpses strewn in the courtyard outside, as well as other monstrous forms that have been slain. Yes, so you're all joined here at the Capitol.
Yes. So Paelias is, I guess I take it as fine, so that's good. I suppose we should check in on the leadership. See if there's what the next plan is. We've done our part.
We should, and then I will need to check on the cathedral. I only hope that no serious damage has come to Bahamut's home.
Okay.
And Vari has gone missing, mind you.
Missing?
Yes.
Does Vin want to pitch in at all? Or is he broodingly silent?
I will say to Carlos on the mention of we, I will say, do not rest so hard on your laurels, Mr. Carlos. Seems you've grown quite a habit of it lately.
Whatever do you mean, Vin? The heist was a success after all.
Yes.
Yes.
There were greater things at play.
It was never about the coin.
It was about crippling the logistics.
Well,
Check on the senators, or whatever
Yes.
they are.
yes, we should check on them. Then I need to go check on the cathedral and go searching for Vari.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now she cares. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It's silly.
The Highborn is sick. We need to save the Highborn, damn it.
Okay.
Very, very, very sick.
Very sick. I got a cold. I'm sick.
More sick than you realize.
Be gone, foul demon.
She's sick in the head.
Be gone, foul demon.
Okay, so the council, what once was the Council of 9, has been reduced to the Council of. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3. The Council of 5.
Oh shit, hopefully they're guys that we like.
It is. It's the ones that weren't rebels.
Oh, hell yeah.
And they are. Yeah. So they are. They're assembled, and are not really arguing as much as they are in a very professional panic in the main council hall where you guys have been first introduced to them. A map of the city is laid out much like how we see before us now, and a couple of aides, attendants, and officers linger to carry out orders or instructions as the head senators see fit. So Akaros the Sphinx clearly is there, as well as Ivry, sort of retribution, who is the angel of the Boros. The Goblin Chief is Magnus. Kagat is there and is it finery. Quite an illustrious engineer. As well as Matron Bintel, which is the Loxodon, and the Simic Vidalkin, whose name is Speaker Mevold, who you guys basically never interacted with, except for like the one time when she said hi. But she's there too. And the 5 of them are around the table, kind of. They look very worried. Not the Loxodon. Loxodons don't look worried, and a Sphinx is a Sphinx. He's just sphinxing around. But the others look pretty sort of upset. As you guys, I don't know how you would like to make your entrance, whether it's with panache and pizzazz, or if you're just kind of like waltzing in like it's regular Tuesday. But they stop and they look at you for a brief moment, and the Great Sphinx sits back on his haunches, and he looks over you and says, "Ah, vagabonds return."
Vaszerei remains silent, waiting for the other two to talk.
The sky nearly sundered, but it has been quelled.
Whatever caused that the eye to start spitting forth refuse, it has been closed, and I'm sure you're already made aware that the other operation met some decent success.
Oh.
Yeah.
I take it that was you who closed the Great Eye, then, yes?
Vaszerei
Was our
looked at
king,
him.
that's true.
The chief is Magnus, who's Kagat, technically the boss of Dr. Egop there, Paelias, for your situational awareness. He kind of speaks up and he goes, "You sure that was a good idea? I'm pretty sure you turned out the lights on this world, too. We might be stuck in eternal darkness. Do you think of that?"
Would you rather have demons raining down upon us?
He puts his little hands on his little hips and he says, "Honestly, I don't really know which is better at this point."
Well, we had to do something. Action was taken.
he nods his head and he says, well, you seem confident of the results. We'll just have to hope that it comes in time. Right now, the city's still on fire, so it's hard for me to look past that.
I'm quite complacent in the darkness.
Vaszerei seems just fine with that too. Being a kobold.
Being a kobold.
Is it like, how dark is it outside? Like just twilight or what?
Dim light.
It's like a moonless night.
Oh, it's complete darkness?
Wouldn't that be complete darkness?
The reason why I said is like a really dark midnight blue is because there is some form of like background color to the sky, but it is a moonless night. There are no stars to the sky.
With
it is
some
just this
deep blue. Okay.
Yeah,
No
it's just the
stars
deep
in the
blue of,
sky.
like,
Oh goodness.
otherness.
Got it.
There's no stars in the sky. The color, like the light that you have around you, is from the burning of the city.
There is a bigger concern, more so than just it being dark. All of the crops and food that people rely on, it requires light to grow.
This is the moment where the Loxodon matron sort of waggles her trunk at the four of you, and she says, "Yes. Did you think about that before you decided to put your plan into action?"
We did not know it would take away the light. We were merely trying to save the city. Perhaps you should show a little bit of appreciation.
Vaszerei whispers something to you, Carlos. Perhaps they could start capitalizing on mushrooms.
It was
We are more
calculated
worried about
as
this.
all things that I do are.
The matron nods her head in a slow, controlled gesture, and she said, "I am not afraid. I am sure Matsalesnia has a plan for us all, and if it was your divine intervention, or perhaps by her will that you performed such a task, I'm sure that good tidings will come again, as all things in the circle of life must."
Vaszerei seems to find at least that excuse acceptable.
I am more complacent in the dark than I am with debris falling down around me with the occasional demon attached to it. Although it was good to see an old friend attached to one as well.
Is the time now where Ibri, Sword of Retribution, the leader of the Boros Legion, sort of shakes her head sadly, and she says, "Unfortunately, most of my soldiers don't benefit from the dark like you, and it seems all of our enemies are in the same mindset. They quite like the darkness. They're having quite a good time assaulting my men from the shadows. We're taking losses that I cannot afford to replace. Tell me, King, how is it I'm supposed to save my city when I can't even deploy my troops without them being killed left and right?"
Perhaps it is time. Perhaps it is time for other creatures to inherit the city.
Vaszerei just kind of slow looks at Vin for a moment, kind of curious to that. He's very curious to what he means by that.
Comment, King, she says, an icy frost going over her words.
Perhaps your troops could be supplemented with the most keen and valiant Drow soldiers.
You're offering to reinforce our armies with yours, are you? And how would you get them here on such short notice?
That is a good question. Perhaps you could lend some assets.
Lend
For
some assets.
For transport.
Translocation.
I'm really trying to take Vin seriously when he's... I know it's not Vinshenzo that's bursting into laughter, but... Akaros of the Azorius, the Sphinx and the de facto head of this conglomeration, puzzles a moment, and he says, "Not all gifts are given for free, Cairona. What is it that your kingdom would ask in return for this military aid? I don't think it's lives and blood spilt just out of the kindness of your heart."
No, but you may rest easy knowing that I don't ask for payment for avoiding the inevitable end of your city by closing the portal.
I was not so worried about the portal moments ago as I am now with the lack of it. We don't know what this is going to cause us in the long term. However, I must think of the goodness of my city right now, and it is true that you have done us a good deed by stopping the inflow of whatever crazy things could be coming out. I'm sure once this emergency is averted, we can avert our plans and thought processes to the long term. And he looks around at the other vagabonds, and he says, "What's done is done. And right now there's enough emergencies that I can't really think of anything else other than the short-term survival of my city. Nothing is going to be worth chastising or arguing over if it's all rubble and bones. We would eagerly accept any help you would give. This could be the dying days of Ravnica."
Yes.
Or not.
I see
We shall
it's
see.
not as a failing on me, but a failing on your leadership.
Oof.
Vaszerei's eyes widen at such a comment.
Oh.
In fact, you should... Never mind. In fact, never mind.
You've done us good service in the past, King. I will be willing to overlook your comments as spur-of-the-moment excitement. Perhaps you should take your leave, plan your next moves, perhaps return with kinder words.
I bow elegantly and say, very well, enjoy your newfound company, or your newfound charming company, or rather lack thereof, considering you are no longer burdened with such unseemly peers.
Are you gonna take your leave after that?
As I walk out, I will
What's the last
say,
word?
I think it will be much easier to run this city now.
Vaszerei
what?
is
Oh.
shocked.
I'm saying, like, oh, now that all the, like, evil side of the Senate is gone,
Maybe it'll be easier, yeah.
the challenges that you face don't seem as, or
Okay,
shouldn't seem as large.
Yeah. Basically, you saved them a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Deadly. Look at that.
I'm
Well,
trying
all right.
to be eloquent.
You are very. You're being pointedly eloquent. That's for true. What's the group's intended next actions? I know what Vaszerei wants to do, but I'm talking about right now as you walk out. You're alone together in the hallway,
And it's dark.
and it's dark. Well,
Good
the
thing I can
hallway's not
see.
dark. The hallway's well lit.
Well, I
But
suppose we should head over to the Temple of Bahamut and make sure it's still standing.
Did Paelias join them for that, or is he still meditating?
He's still
still meditating.
meditating.
Deadly.
He's
Okay.
sleepy.
Yeah, he's sleepy. Let him rest.
Yeah.
Sleep.
You guys don't want to wait for him to finish resting? Given the fact
He's going to be resting for like another 3 hours.
Vaszerei is going to start walking off to go to the temple.
For another
Evil
1.5.
will not rest.
There be still work to be done. Aye.
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 Evil will not wait for his rest. I must go.
Okay. Well, y'all bounce your way on down to the temple, or begin to. So it's a very easy little jaunt down this way. This main area here is largely under control. There is a battle line. I don't want to draw on my map by accident, screw it up, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Just so you're aware, Carlos replaces his rogue mantle. He puts that back on instead of the wings.
Okay. So as you guys are moving, basically a cordon has been set up like that and like that, with troops from both the Boros and from the Holy Order of Bahamut. They are maintaining a very thin perimeter around these areas, and then this whole plateau is essentially cleared. Is it security, because they're not really troops, but is it guild security are maintaining vigil on this area? And you can see that there's some sort of like, this whole place has been turned into like an artillery nest, and they're launching shit down into the Underdark, and something's coming out of the Underdark up at them. So there's like a pretty decent fight going on around here. But you walk all the way down, and you make it to the temple. Given that it's been, I don't know, half an hour of shenanigan, I would say, between your walk and between your flight and between your little spat with the guys, Vari has not made it to the temple yet. Just as an FYI. So when Vaszerei gets there, and she finds that this cathedral, this great place of worship to Bahamut, has been turned into a very fancy field hospital. Very fancy in the sense that, well, cathedral is pretty, but it's a field hospital.
How damaged does the cathedral look?
The outside's a little bit chipped and battered. Some stained glass windows have been like shattered in, but it's still standing. And there's troops, and there's troops and holy warriors that are keeping the perimeter good.
They're doing exactly what needs to be done.
Yep, it's almost like they're professional soldiery.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and begin walking in.
Okay.
See what everything's looking inside. So I know it's a field hospital and all that now, but I need to see the state of everything.
Well, most of the pews have been pushed back or pushed together to form space for rows of cots, or being used to store like medicinal tinctures and bandage rolls and sheeting and such like that. Hundreds of bodies lay in rows, heading down the I don't have my chapel diagram with all of my terminology, but walking down the main sort of hallway, there's hundreds of bodies laid out in rows. Towards the back, you can see a few clerics moving amongst forms that have been covered in blankets, performing last rites. There's been screened off a few annexes that have been turned into operating theaters, where you hear the screams of people being operated on. And there are other clerics who are standing by and trying to heal the gravely injured with their holy powers. A choir, oddly, stands vigil, chanting hymnals to try and keep the atmosphere somewhat not desperate, maintaining a level of somber reverence.
They're doing everything that they need to be.
Yeah.
And I am overjoyed to see that the cathedral still stands and everybody is already hard at work to try and survive this madness. And keeping faith despite all this madness.
Okay.
Since I did not see Vari outside, I am going to ask a guard nearby, one of the Bahamut guards here, to see if they have seen her.
They've
if
seen
they're going
many
to
Dragonborn about, and they have not seen one by her description.
That she is still missing, and I thank him. And Vin, I want to whisper you something. I ask a request of you.
Raise my ear.
It would probably be in your best interest to send a message to your wife. See if everything is okay at home.
That doesn't matter right now.
It does to me.
Then she's fine. We don't have time for this, Lady Pinefall.
Is that not why you... Never mind.
She's just as capable, if not more than me and you combined.
Yes, but do remember that our two peoples are there, and I still concerned. But if you do not think there are reason to be concerned, then fine.
There's nothing we can do from here for them.
Very well.
I'd rather not know for now.
Then in that case, going to rest a moment.
Let us stay on task.
Well, if you need me, I am here.
You wanted to kill demons, didn't you?
I do. However, we'll say that experience with inside the eye was rather something surreal. I've never seen anything like it.
Yes.
Only in dreams.
I don't know why, but it made me sad.
It was not what I was expecting. I expected a terrible hellscape and instead found some beautiful place. It was not what I thought at all. I think it was right to do what you've done, but...
It reminded me of the abyss and the things I saw.
Yes, it reminded me strongly of that too.
Made me reconsider some decisions I made.
This isn't over yet. I'm sure of it. But the Selesnya Druid, I must agree, things will get better. Even if they don't seem good now.
Perhaps the Spider Queen. Never mind.
Oh, the
Unreal.
Spider Queen, just, yeah. Now,
What's
I just need a
Carlos?
moment to catch my breath, and then I will go start slaying some of these monsters.
What about Carlos?
What is Carlos up to?
He's just kind of looking around, just hanging with, like, following them and just kind of looking around and making sure everything is okay, I suppose.
All right, so the desired intention is you're going to rest up, Vaszerei, before you go out slaying demons.
Just for a moment, yeah.
How much of a moment?
I guess I don't really need that big of a... I guess I'll take like 10 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and head back
You
out
guys
there.
are absolutely allergic to staying together as a group.
Yes.
This is your fault.
Damn.
We
Look, that angel
require a
fucked me
firm
up.
hand, and you are not providing it.
Also,
Bahamut is
Here's a moment of respite. Would you like to go visit your friend? Yeah, I visit my friend. I walked right past him, gave him the finger, went to visit the Senate, then fucked off into the. What?
the
That
time
actually-
frame doesn't make sense.
That does make sense as far as flipping somebody off.
I
Though.
say what I said in chat to Vaszerei.
Firm hand.
You're fine, you can
coming
wait.
Soon. Oh, okay. I'll let Vin and Vaz play their thing out because I need to know what Vaszerei is about to go run off and do before I time skip an hour and a half ahead.
I'm following Vaszerei.
Yeah, I know.
Probably joining this line for a moment right here.
That line for a moment right there. Okay, so for the next hour and a half, you join a battle line, which gives me a chance to get Paelias. You finish your rest, and Vari, you find yourself at this part of the city.
No, for only a moment we went there. Now we're going somewhere else.
Well, okay. You guys suck. I'm
Yeah.
going with someone else. You find yourself, Vari, back end of a crowd of rioting, malingering, peasants, basically. People who are up in arms. They are throwing stones. They are launching missiles. They're clamoring like makeshift spears and other such things off the shields of a number of Boros legionnaires. You can also see that some people are setting up, like trying to work their way around, getting in through like the alleyways and such. You can hear the sounds of active fighting in those alleyways. You know that the temple is just beyond. However, it looks like you're gonna have to try and find your way around this blockade, unless you want to go up and over.
I could probably just climb up to the rooftops.
Probably could. Is that what you would like to do?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Well, with
Why
that,
is Paelias so huge?
he is Paelias because he's got a big personality. Paelias, you finished. Good lord, he is huge. You finished your rest. You are rested, and when you wake up, or when you finish your meditation, one of the guards informs you that your fellow vagabonds have left for the temple.
All right, I make my way towards the temple, and then when I get outside, I see there's no fucking portal anymore. Or
Yeah. You see that it is basically a moonless night. Is it effectively, well, it's not effectively pitch black, but it's pretty darn near close to pitch black outside. And you can tell just by the haze around you as you look above the plateau that the city is on fire.
I would like to cast divination
Oh.
to ask Coralon if the eye will return.
Uh,
And let me just... Here's the how the spell works.
you're the best. Saves me from looking up the question. So, put you in contact with God, blah, blah, blah. Single question, just going to the DM officer. Truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. Oh, good. I do like cryptic rhymes and omens. The great eye has been shut by another, and for that it may not open by itself.
Okay.
Seems pretty
I
cryptic.
continue on my way.
Deadly. Okay, he continues on his way. Vari, climbing up the rooftops. As you're clambering over the rooftops, you hear what sounds like a guttural roar and screams of panic and terror as you're bounce boodling your way, Spider-Maning across the. I guess you're more like
monster.
Batman. It is. It's a Stark monster.
Ha!
Big and scary. Ah! It seems like a very ridiculously crazy ape demon thing that takes up the entirety of an alley, and it is being fended off by a holy angel and 2 paladins from Bahamut, and they have engaged it in combat, while gibbering demons clash with kobolds bearing the holy colors. They seem to have the combat in hand. However, it is a sign that the demonic incursion has not yet relented.
Well, if they seem to have it under control, she'd probably keep going.
Deadly. You make it down to within the lines of control, and with the dim light, you're able to sneak successfully past and beyond a line of human guards who are not able to really secure the shadows from themselves. They're looking pretty terrified, and you're able to slip by if you so choose to stay undetected.
She'd try to stay undetected till she gets to the door
All right,
or anywhere there's light near it.
You can't get yourself all the way to the door given the torches and streetlights that still seem to be working, but you can get yourself pretty close to oh, that's the wrong button. You can get yourself to basically here, pretty close.
Alright. So she'd probably jump down from the roof over here and just kind of reappear in a little puff of shadows.
I believe Carlos is actually chilling there at the cathedral unless he's hanging out somewhere else.
He would have gone with Vaszerei and Vinshenzo. It wouldn't make sense for him to stay at the Citadel by himself.
Oh, in that case, you guys, the twos of yous arrive at the same time. Temple there. By which time a messenger sort of plops up behind Vinshenzo and he says, "Your elf friend, the magician. He's by the temple. He's finished his rest.
Oh, good.
If you so need him."
I'm afraid that time has passed, but I'm glad that he's okay and recovered.
For the sake of Vaszerei, Vinshenzo, and Carlos, you guys are in combat with Golgari. The dark elves and their insectoid allies are the ones
Right,
that
I
are
made it all the way here without running into them, and
Well, you would have walked down the street. They're far up on the battle line. It's
Okay.
not. I understand that the scale wise, but you would have been there's a lot going on. There's hundreds of soldiers there, and they're sort of even if Vinshenzo's near the back of an entire battle line with catapults and shouting angels and crazy stuff going on. And Vaszerei getting the stuck into the thick of it.
well, if I get to the cathedral and I'm told that they are elsewhere, then I'll go wherever they happen to be.
Cool. I guess
However
y'all
long
end
that
up
takes.
there. Vari, you want to join him? Please?
No reason to.
She has no, it's true.
But maybe the guard that Vaszerei mentioned her to
Yeah,
is
he looked at
here.
you and said, "Hey, you're that lady that their kobold was looking at. She went off that way. She had a message for you or something." I know what I'm doing.
I mean, she still wouldn't want to go.
It's up on you. You are free
Probably
to do
just
as you please.
Wait here at the temple.
Deadly. Okay, you're gonna wait there at the temple. In that sense, then, Carlos and Paelias and Vaszerei and Vinshenzo together, 2159.
2159. What does it mean?
What does it mean, Mason? What do the
Eye that
numbers
was
mean?
shut that might open.
The numbers, Mason.
It's exactly 3:27 east. Y'all just gonna stare at each other, or you want to develop the plan for the next session, or?
As long as Vaszerei is fighting, I'm illuminating battles for nearby soldiers who are worthless humans who can't see in the dark. With
What is our next course of action, Vin?
dancing lights cantrip.
You cantrip the dancing lights, which is good. It would end up helping them quite a lot, given the fact that they are fighting against things that are quite adept in the dark.
Hopefully the fire that I'm throwing is also helping light things up too.
I'm sure you're landing some really good hits.
I shrug to Carlos. Seems the problem has taken care of itself, really.
Has it, though? I mean, if this is what it's like everywhere, what will we do now?
It's just not so bad, Mr. Carlos.
How will the crops grow? How will the animals eat?
There are other kinds of crops.
If you say so.
And Lady Amathray wields a powerful tool. May be able to shed some light. Yet. If you already miss it so much.
I'm merely concerned for the future, that's all.
I am quite unconcerned with New Ravnica, which is something I could have.
I'm not concerned about New Ravnica, I'm concerned about Sanctuary Islands.
As am I. But not nearly as concerned as I was before we got here.
Well, at least they're no longer the martial powerhouse that we once feared them to be.
Yes.
This little civil war of theirs has sapped their power quite well.
Yes.
They've definitely been losing a lot of troops.
The Spider
lot of
Queen.
everything.
I like her now.
What?
Oh.
I don't say that.
Okay. I trust him again.
Tell me, Carlos, have you ever played Dark Souls? That game made me question everything. When it zooms out.
Damn it.
Remember that? Okay. Yeah, Vin doesn't I don't know. I don't know if like ships are making way to New Ravnica or from New Ravnica to Sanctuary based on what they were saying. I don't know.
So you want to basically like grab the crew, get out of Dodge.
I mean, Vin's okay with that, but if the others are like, no, these people need saving, then sure.
Well, you know, Vaszerei won't abandon them.
Yeah, but we could take like the Bahamut people to safety. Kinda.
I don't think her god would be happy with that.
Okay.
No.
Given the fluidity of time, Vaszerei just told me that she intends to fight here for a little bit, then return to the cathedral and do other things. Given that you guys are basically kind of like hanging on her tailcoat right now, or her coattail right now,
Yes.
we're just going to skip
Her
forward to
tail.
the fact that she is going to go back to the cathedral and Vari is going to be there, seeing as Vari said, I'm going to wait. So I'd like to just bounce the friggin' five of you into a collective so you can actually friggin' find a direction forward, or at least make plans for the next session, so I have something to
Hell yeah.
work on for next time. So you find yourselves all together at the temple based off of the plans. It's totally not railroading or retconning, because you already said you'd do it.
I'm chiefly on the coattails of Vaszerei Pinefall.
I feel
Everybody is
railroaded.
just
If
hanging
given if given time to rest and reflect, I would be plucking at violin strings and thinking to myself.
Okay. Vaz, you find Vari. Look, she's there. Look, she's right there. Oh my god. Wow. You found her. Cool.
Hell
Oh my
yeah.
god. We're all together. What next? What do? Be the
Save
do.
her. She needs your help.
Yeah.
Question is that a topic for next session or not?
Would you like to leave off here and start next session with a discussion about what you're going to do next? I'm okay with that too.
I'm thinking that may be the best approach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leave off. Gathered at temple. Works for me. So there's been a raid. Been a crazy combat. We closed a giant eye. Somebody got possessed by her shadow self. We're doing a level to 15.
Much sooner than I thought it would happen.
Yeah, no joke.
We're doing the level up.
Oh.
The Stone level, because I'm
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
I think something big happens for me here.
Yeah, we get 8th level spell.
this
Or
was
8th level spell.
this was a milestone that I was kind of expecting to happen differently, but this is how I had it planned out. You guys achieved it asymmetrically in a very clever way. So I applaud your creativity. I didn't think you'd do it like this.
Man, I wish just one time when I stop the world from ending, people would just be grateful and nothing
Right.
bad would happen.
You kind of achieved that in leaps and bounds greater than anybody could have possibly expected to work, which is a good thing. But it's kind of one of those like, I need to process this for a second.
I mean, Carlos defended Vin, so he must be happy about that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I like all of us.
Yeah, you saved everybody. Everybody's alive, which is good.
I like Carlos.
Okay, my friends.
They're like, "Hey, idiot, why did you do that?" And it's like, "Well, you weren't doing anything, you fucking retards."
Wait a minute. Have I been... Oh no, I'm okay. Never mind. Ooh, Bardic Inspiration gets D12s. Ooh.
Oh damn.
Oh,
Oh yes.
And okay, yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
and Vin has his gift that I will tell you about. I will
Oh
DM you.
yeah. Hell yeah. I can't wait to see what my...
14.
I've been waiting so long.
What your wife has gotten you. You
I-
gave up. If I just got to remember myself because I don't have your. Do you have your inventory recorded on here anywhere?
Somewhat. So, like, stuff that I'm using besides, like, basic weapons and stuff, and, like, basic gear, like torches and stuff is there. But I'm also tracking what other people have that I've given them. Like, the Timora coin, and Amathray got Ironute sword a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to record. I see that. I forgot to record what that actually does.
Don't forget you have a piano that was done like a million years ago and has been delivered to the boat.
Oh, was it delivered? Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was. That was a while. We were just so caught up in like other stuff.
That was like legendary quality too, right? I think I basically spent like all my money on that, and then someone came into a lot of money and was like, "Oh, here's your share," and I was like, "Oh, awesome! Nothing bad
thanks.
ever happens to me."
Okay, game is saved.
Save it again. I just edited my thing. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. 7 April 2.
Oh,
Save. Now it's extra saved.
hell yeah! Thank you.
Okay. And I'm gonna double check the amount of. Just gonna put myself a note here. Gold? Question mark.
Bold? Question mark.
Too bad you guys left it in a specific place that's like entirely on the other side of the city. Maybe that's a
Oops.
quest.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We don't even need it.
We need it.
We just had to move it somewhere else. That's all we were doing. We didn't steal. There was no theft that happened.
More like liberation.
That's right. Liberation. I love it.
It's not theft if it's,
It's for a good cause.
I feel like liberation of their coin is a better way to look at it. God, I really am straying from my ways, aren't I?
Yeah.
You are.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm gonna get myself ready for work tomorrow and go pass out. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. This was a absolute curveball out of left field strategy, and I commend you guys for doing it. That was well done.
Hell yeah.
And I can't wait to see what happens next week.
Hell yeah. Sorry for introducing you to your dark side, Vari.
Good thing we got to test that mechanic now when the stakes were comparatively low.
I feel like the stakes were as high as they get.
It could have been pretty bad if she threw him off the dice.
Right? I mean,
She was trying
Rabbit
to
would have caught
Iron
him,
Man
but...
me.
True. Like I said,
Could have done a lot worse, but I
I was gonna be so
didn't want to
pissed if I
use
got
everything
Iron
she could
Man.
use.
it would have been funny if you'd gotten Iron Man. I would have laughed a little bit. I
No,
would
it
have felt
wouldn't
sad.
have. It wouldn't have been funny. I would have hated it.
He did tell me
I
that he would
would've
have hated
never-
it.
I would have never forgiven you for Iron Manning me.
It wasn't me.
But he
I was
survived.
possessed.
It's only an Iron Man if you survive it. Otherwise, it's just death.
Damn.
Okay, my friends, I gotta get to bed. I'll talk to you guys later.
Good night to you.
Yeah.
Night.
Damn.
Good night.
See ya.